Anybody can access your medical records, including your psychiatrist, your psychologist, or any such records, can control you. They can blackmail you. They can manipulate you. Don't people understand the dangers of this?
I don't think most Americans, when it comes to this issue, most Americans look at this in a very practical way. They're saying, in effect, look, health care costs are too high, do something about it. The quality of care is not good everywhere, fix that. Too many people are uninsured, and they're absolutely right, do something about that. So the people are very, very pragmatic. And very, very reasonable about most of this stuff. The politicians, however, what they try to do is they feed people these bumper stickers like, low-cost drugs for all or health care that's always there. They feed them these bumper stickers. But behind the bumper stickers is the legislative language, and the legislative language is full of very, very detailed provisions, which mean that they are going to be able to exercise a very high degree of control over your personal life.
Dr. Moffet, you helped develop the Massachusetts Health Insurance Initiative in 2005 for Mitt Romney. Is that correct?
I contributed to the health insurance market reforms. That's a very big, complex bill, but the health insurance market reforms, yes.
So how does the Massachusetts health system compare to this one that Obama's trying to jam down everyone's throats?
Well, it's different. I mean, it's a state-based reform, and it was designed by Governor Romney to solve a very specific set of problems. Mainly, how do you get health insurance, or how do you maintain health insurance for employees in small businesses? And what we did is we created a new kind of market called a health insurance exchange, where if an employee wants to buy health insurance and they want to take advantage of the federal tax benefits of health insurance, they would buy through the exchange, which means because the exchange by law...
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm lost already, and it shows you how hard it is to follow any of this. And I don't mean to be rude. I just can't follow the rules here. I'm a fairly healthy guy because I've practiced self-control, vitaminology, etc. all my life. I've avoided certain foods. I don't smoke, and etc. What about those who abuse themselves? Won't they be abusing the system as well?
Well, that's what's happening now, and that's what will happen if the taxpayers just basically pick up unlimited bills.
Does this system control for people who I call recreational medicine practitioners, who have nothing to do in their lives, older people who shop doctors, see 4 or 5 doctors a week or a day because there are no limits on how many they can see? Is there any control in it for those?
No. If you're talking about the Medicare program, no.
So, in other words, you've got people gaming the system who are bored, and they know it's free. They'll go to a neurologist in the morning, a dermatologist in the late morning. They'll go to a hearing guy in the afternoon and an eye guy in the evening. And they'll do this 5 days a week because they get someone to pay attention to them. You're telling me the system is not going to control them? What about, are they going to pay? Is there any co-payment here? Don't they have to pay $5 a visit or something like that?
It's an entitlement. So, basically with an entitlement, people think that everything is free. So they basically...
So it's like a Cuban-style medical system, and everyone knows that the Cuban medical system is the worst in the world. So why would Obama and his minions be trying to push a failed medical system down our throats? Answer, because they're dictators. I know you're not going to say it, but I'm saying it. I am terrified of this administration. I've never seen anything like this happening so fast in my life. I'm losing the nation by the day.
This is going to be the biggest single debate that we're going to have this year. This is bigger than cap and trade.
But they're not letting us debate it. Obama and Rahm Emanuel and that other character from Chicago are trying to force it through by August. They're doing it because they know that if everyone looks at it, they're going to reject it. Can't the people speak out and stop this in some way?
The important thing is for the American people to get on the internet, read these bills, fool these guys, find out what it is they plan to do, and let them know how you think. We can't have another giant stimulus or cap and tax bill pass without members of Congress reading them. But we ourselves have a fundamental responsibility to protect our own liberty.
Yeah, but we have no representative government. This is not participatory democracy anymore. These people don't listen to us. They laugh at us. What's interesting to me, and I want to conclude with this and ask you your opinion, is I read this morning that when this bill hits the Senate, Senator Dick Durbin, one of the most liberal senators I've ever seen, a man who called our troops Nazis, who I detest him for that, he actually said that a surtax on the rich will not be passed in the Senate. Now, that's very interesting. Do you have any idea why he and the senators will oppose that?
I have no idea why Durbin is opposing it, because the surtax on the rich, we've been hearing that the rich are not taxed enough. We've got to tax them even more, everybody over $250,000. The problem, Mike, is that right now, the top 20% of all your income earners already pay 86% of all the taxes. We have a very dangerous situation developing in this country where the bottom 50% of all your income earners don't pay any federal income tax.
Unbelievable. That's a figure that we never hear coming out of the media, do we? That the bottom 50% of income earners pay no federal income tax?
Bottom 50% of all income earners pay no federal income tax. This, as I say, it's a dangerous situation for a republic or a democratic republic, because a growing majority of taxpayers can simply vote themselves larger and larger shares of the minority's wealth. That, Mike, is, as you know, is precisely what destroyed free societies going all the way back to the Greco-Roman democracies.
Well, we know that. We understand that, but we have a media opposed to democracy, and we have a president opposed to a democracy. We have an Axelrod opposed to a democracy, and Emmanuel opposed to a democracy, and we don't know how to stop them because we have no voices out there. And that's why I had Dr. Bob Moffet on the Savage Nation. Bob, it's a very dangerous situation we're in, and I thank you very much for your expertise. Thank you again.
Mike, thank you so much.
49 minutes after the hour, we have gone from mourning in America to mourning for America under this con man from Chicago. I'll be right back.